It's the Adam Friedland Show Premium Podcast. I'm Adam Friedland. Nick Mullen is joining us live today in studio. You know who the fuck it is. Welcome to the Premium Podcast. Guys, this weekend I will be in Tampa, Florida, Friday and Saturday the 19th and the 20th at Side Splitters Comedy Club. Come see me. And Nick, you will be...
Mid-February, I think 14th through 16th or 16th through something. I will be in Columbus, Ohio at the Funny Bone, and I keep telling myself I'm procrastinating. I said I'm gonna go to the stand every night. Maybe I'll go tonight and just bomb.
Come to Funny Moms.
Is it tonight?
Yep.
All right, then maybe I'll do that. And then
It's back.
Funny Moms is back. I'll be back. Funny Moms. I have to, at the very least, figure out a closer. I got to find something to close on.
A grand finale.
Something, just so that I can bomb for 40 minutes and then be like, all right, well, what do you think about this? And then it at least looks like an ending. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I feel like every comic does this. They're like, oh, yeah, we just record the hour, so that's out.
Nothing.
That's out. And then they're like, I got to write something new. And then they go on the road and they just continue doing the old material until you've replaced it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to commit to it. We're going to have fun.
You probably have an archive of old material that you'll have to remember.
Judge Mathis.
Yeah, a lot of your Monica Lewinsky stuff.
My Judge Mathis, yeah. My Gulf War.
Your Gulf.
My Ross Perot material.
President Ford.
Yeah, we got this guy Ross Perot.
Oh my God! You see how big this guy's ears are?
Yeah. So there'll be a lot of that. But yeah, please come out, Columbus. I've decided this year I'm going to enjoy touring. I'm going to find a way to enjoy.
Okay.
Because I'm stuck with it one way or the other. This show, we thought that there would be some kind of saving. We thought, honestly, this show, the Adam Friedland Show, was supposed to be like a proof of concept. That we do it, we just make the show, we get a couple of episodes, and then we'd be able to go to HBO and say, look, we did it. Can we please give us $800 million?
Right.
Or whatever a TV show costs.
We don't really understand how you get $800 million, but that was the best we could come up with.
The only hypothetical option that was pitched to us was Roku, which I didn't even realize it had original content.
Yeah, I thought it was a thing that girls used to stream.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Not like an Apple TV 4K, which is for fellas, as we all know.
Certainly. Well, but let's not gender this.
I'll gender it. That's the one for girls.
It's looking increasingly likely that, in accordance with my worst fears, and I will end up as a guy just having to take club guarantees at are there still even comedy zones?
Maybe.
There's one in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll have to get his $2,000.
I'm gonna be doing. I'll be doing like Wiseacres tier. Yeah, for $1,500. I'll be driving.
Have a Corolla.
Yes.
Yeah. The shit Corolla that you have to drive around the country.
Yeah.
He'll be doing like vlogs, like, oh, I just got to.
Yeah. Which is a.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really thought we would be, I don't know, probably getting Emmys at this point.
I wouldn't get an Emmy, but so we thought that was going to happen, but then this whole war started, and I kind of popped off, and now we're banned from Hollywood. We got the word.
I try to tell you.
Yeah.
Not good for the show to pop off.
To pop off on Israel. So Israel, we're sorry.
We apologize.
I'm actually a Zionist now.
Yeah. This is a sincere apology to Israel.
Yeah.
And anyone who works for Israel at HBO or.
Let's put it this way.
We'll even talk to Roku.
If the state of Israel buys the Adam Friedland Show for, let's say, $800 million.
Give or take.
Yeah.
We'll negotiate. Yeah.
This will become the #1 Zionist. You think, Michael, you're getting nothing. You guys have fucking nothing. You don't have a single good.
Your guys suck.
Your top guy is Brett Gelman, and he stinks.
He
That
sucks.
guy sucks.
He's not funny.
Yeah, right. I mean, give us the fucking money. We'll do it. I'll do it.
We're
we'll do
good.
It.
We're
good.
actually good.
We're good. We will sell. I don't give a fuck. You can put them all in gas chamber. You can do gas chamber.
No.
We'll find a way.
No, you can't.
You can kill every single one of those.
This is our apology. Okay, yes. Oh, them. Okay.
That's what I meant.
I thought you meant Brett Gelman. I'm like,
no,
okay.
no. I'm saying you could straight up.
Oh, the 2.2 million people in Gaza. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
I thought you meant Amy Schumer.
Israel could set up a camp in Gaza called Auschwitz. They can also
Auschwitz too.
They're like, it's a coincidence that it has that name, but it's just a labor camp.
Yes.
And we need gas for it. It runs on gas.
Yeah.
And my ass, you give me that $800 million, I'll be sitting right here and I'm saying, oh, what? You think this is a genocide? What are you? An idiot?
What are you, anti-Semites?
Yeah, no, you have to make it funny.
Yeah, we'll do it funny.
Yeah.
We'll do it funnier than Brett Gelman.
We'll do a sketch, yeah. We'll do a sketch like their SNL thing.
Oh my God, we'll do better than that crap. Mm-hmm. That stinks. Well, yeah, Nick and I'll find a way to sell your goddamn war. You're just not going to the right people.
Yeah.
Okay? Listen, we're open for business. That's the point of this entire spiel.
That's the worst part about show business is that you get accused of selling out, essentially. But that's not really an option.
I wish it was.
If I would absolutely, I try, always.
Yeah.
You know? And it's because it's not like I have integrity.
And then they tell you the number.
It's not like I have integrity either. I don't have any credibility. Maybe the problem is I have nothing to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to sell.
People don't trust me anyways. Nobody's going to be like, hey, that weird rat man said Israel's good. Mm-hmm. I guess I better...
I better offer him $300. Yeah, no, I don't think... Whenever we've tried to sell out, they tell us the number, and
it's not selling out.
It's not selling out.
In fact, it's the number we already have, and they're just offering...
worse than the number we already have.
Yeah, it's worse than the number we have. They're offering to take... They're just offering to take things.
Yeah, we're going to take it for $300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you had a car.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And they're like, you paid $30,000 for the car, and then you were like, I really don't know this analogy. I don't know why.
And they're like, here's $2,000.
Here's $2,000. We get the car.
And we get to put a sticker on it.
We'll drive you everywhere.
Yeah.
Until we cancel you. We'll drive you everywhere for maybe 6 months, then we'll say, look, this isn't really worth it to us anymore. Then we keep the car, sell it for $30,000.
Yeah.
And we put Phoebe Robinson. Give it to Phoebe Robinson.
We don't know how to sell out. I think we do, actually.
We're just too punk rock, dude. I watched that movie Green Room again the other day, and I said, this is me.
A Nazi?
No, a guy that accidentally runs himself over with his own car. That's
punk. Feel. Yeah, that's pretty punk. That movie's good.
That guy was a great actor.
Yeah. That guy, Patrick Stewart.
Everything he says just sounds cool. There's so many cringe lines in that movie that you just give a pass to because it's like he sounds cool in the movie. It's like it's just got such a nice rhythm to it.
A punk rock rhythm, if you will.
Anton Yelchin.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go check the mail real quick. Hey, Anton, where's Anton been?
He's dead.
He went to go check the mail in such a cool way. He sounded so cool on his way to check the mail.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
People are really sad about that one.
Yeah.
I feel like people you never expect
girl?
like
you feel like a little girl.
Sometimes. Yeah. I'm just waiting. Like I'm just looking at magazines of beautiful models. Yeah, waiting for my body to change so I can look like them.
Yeah.
But I'm still a little girl.
Yeah.
You don't know how hard it is. You know.
Anyways, what were you saying for real though?
Oh, so you never know like what, how big of a deal people make out of a random celebrity death. But like, I feel like there's this rapper Nipsey Hussle. You know that guy?
Yeah, I remember that one. It's funny because some of them make a big. Remember when
That became a huge
the bad
deal.
guy from Harry Potter died?
Who? Which one?
The actor,
Oh, Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman died,
Yeah.
and people were like, Alan Rickman. Oh no, Alan Rickman. And then the other guy from Harry Potter died, and people were like, oh yeah. They just didn't care.
Dumbledore died.
No, isn't Dumbledore? Dumbledore was what? Christopher Plummer.
No, there was like two. I think it was what's his name? The Irish guy, like that amazing Irish actor.
Albert Finney.
No.
Who played Dumbledore? Was it Jack
Richard
Nicholson?
Harris? Was it Richard Harris?
I don't know.
And then someone else. I don't know. Whatever. But like
Michael, what's his name? The guy from Insider. He plays the CEO at Insider, doesn't he?
yeah, the guy who's kind of like a Christopher.
Michael Gambone.
Is that?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't think
Michael
that's his name.
Gambone, isn't it?
Is it Michael Gambone?
Michael Gambone.
Yeah, and no one cared when this guy died.
I came up in sales. You know that speech?
Yeah. That's so sick.
You know what made me good at sales? I never made a promise I couldn't keep.
I love that movie so much.
Are you threatening me?
Who is it? Who is it? Robbie Coltrane? That doesn't sound right.
Are you threatening me? Are you threatening my family?
They sent a bullet in the mail to his house. Mm-hmm. That's not that scary. Mm-hmm. It's just one bullet.
You know, he gained like 80 pounds to play that role. And then when they showed up to film,
They're like, the guy's not fat.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wygant's not fat. And he was like, "Go! They got me again, the bastards! They've tricked me again. Every film I do, they tell me, oh, you got to gain."
So he punched everyone on set.
Yeah.
Remember, that was his thing, getting in fights.
Yeah, well, he threw a phone at someone at a hotel.
Yeah.
That's what he got in big trouble for.
Dude, I want to get in trouble that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, this guy was the one that I was talking about.
Oh, Hagrid. Mm-hmm. Oh, not Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't the first one Richard Harris?
It was Michael Gambone.
It was Michael Gambon. That was his name for real?
Michael Gambone, 3 through 8. Richard Harris, 1 and 2.
Wow.
Jude Law, Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jude Law plays the gay version.
Michael Gambone's awesome in The Insider. That scene is perfect.
That scene is so sick.
It's awesome.
I want to watch that movie right now.
Yeah.
Except we have to try to figure out ways to sell out and just come up with nothing.
How about Michael Mann for your final film, or your last film,
Yeah.
or your next one, or what? I'm sorry to imply that you're going.
Doesn't have to be the end.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I implied that you're dying soon, but okay, so Ferrari seems to me like a flop. I don't know anything about it, but I don't hear anyone talking
No
about
one's
it.
talking about
Not a good sign.
No one's talking about it.
Because you're out of touch. Only boomers give a fuck about Ferrari. Mm-hmm. That's not like even within car culture. That is for boomers. That's a boomer thing to like Ferraris.
Yeah.
It's lame.
Yeah. Or European.
Right.
Like, yeah, rich people.
How about a movie where there's guys that have spent their career doing as little as possible trying to scam people on the internet for money.
Yeah.
You know, sort of, there's no safes to crack anymore. Mm-hmm. The only safe is society. Mm-hmm. And the way you crack it is by setting up a Patreon. Mm-hmm. But they're trying to get out.
Imagine this, the ultimate heist.
And there's one last job, and the last job is creating a talk show and selling it.
Something that looks like this, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's very cinematic.
yeah, and so basically we're like Robert De Niro, and we're on our way to the airport, and Andy McDowell is with us. Mm-hmm. And then what we're saying is or maybe I don't know, but somehow we end up at the hotel trying to kill Wayne Grow instead of just taking the Roku deal.
Yeah. We should have taken that damn Roku deal.
If we took the Roku deal, we would have been, we would have lived lower middle class lives. but we would have been making as much as like a district manager of a GameStop. You know what I mean?
But we would have had our own show on Roku.
Yeah, we would have had that. You know, and get this: all of the expenses, those are covered. Oh, you mean like any other job in the world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how at other jobs
How
they
about
make you
this?
pay for the paper.
You get
the printer.
$50,000. You get $50,000 a year, but you don't have. You're not the janitor also anymore. You're not laying the bricks.
It's sounding better than better and better.
Yeah.
$50,000 a year. Who owns Roku? Some Asian peoples?
It sounds like that, but
Yeah.
it's probably not. It's probably an Israeli company, honestly.
God damn it.
Yeah.
We need money, dude. Mm-hmm. This ship is sinking.
That's what I'm saying. We got to sell out the.
What's that thing about the rats on a ship when it's sinking? The rats all like, what do they do?
I don't know. They get off the ship.
There's like a saying, no, about rats.
I don't know it.
Ginsburg.
Let me see.
Listen, and Michael Mann, if you're still watching, this is you're gonna want to hear this.
I came up in fluffing.
That's pretty good.
You know what made me good at fluffing? I never sucked a dick I couldn't fit in my mouth.
Yeah.
Because I knew something. Listen, we're going to kill your family.
We sent a bullet in the man.
Listen, I used to suck cock for a living. You think I wouldn't kill your family to keep this job?
That movie is so good.
Yeah.
What is it about the rats on the ship?
People leaving the place organization activity real quickly.
Thomas Sandifer.
Who's that?
That's the name of the character.
The head of the cigarette?
Of Brown and Williamson. He's the CEO of Brown and Williamson. Thomas Sandifer. He's a real guy in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Yeah. You know who's also good in that movie is that one actor, I always forget his name. That character actor, he plays like the assistant district attorney in Mississippi, because Mississippi brings a
lawsuit?
Lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the state of Mississippi don't give a damn about your injunction. You know, he just turns so red. They're like, we're gonna need you to be red for this scene.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like,
Can you
"Give me a
get
minute."
redder, sir?
Give me a minute here. He just he steams himself.
He has to get fluffed.
Yeah. Russell Crowe walking in. 450 pounds. 500, 600 pounds.
Sir, the character is no peace. So there was no need to show up.
Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. Well, I certainly owe my wife an apology.
You don't understand.
We haven't had sex in 2 years.
I've been killing myself.
My penis stopped working right around the 380 pound mark. No, it just kept gaining. Somebody told me the gladiators were the fattest people.
No, sir. Sir,
Somebody told me
Maximus was not
it
fat.
was competitive eating is where it started.
No, that's not true. There were slaves that fought to the death.
Uh-huh.
God. Thomas Sandiford.
Mm-hmm.
God, I can't wake up today. Ah. Guys, it's Monday. Y'all know that Monday morning feeling.
I wonder how much money it would take. Imagine if you just, like, if you were an evil genius and you wrote a biopic about Taft and you got it to Christian Bale and you were like, you have to play this guy. I think you could, I just see you as him. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But then you write in the script that Taft was 800 pounds.
Right.
Yes, where he says that. Just to see if you could get Christian Bale to kill himself.
Well, you know that he's not a guy.
You might even call that the perfect crime.
Yeah, he's not gonna go fat suit like that coward Brendan Fraser. He's gonna go. He's gonna go
Send him
real
the script
800.
with the drawing too. It's just a circle.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm imagining something like this.
just and it says you with an arrow.
It's just a
pointing
big
to it.
circle with
Yeah.
just like 2 dots and a smiley face right at the top.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was the president of the United States. Imagine a man so fat.
Sort of a useless president.
Kind of a useless president. The only thing anyone remembers about him is that he had a bathtub that he got stuck in. That is very funny.
Yeah.
Like that his footman or like his presidential secretary probably had to like wrestle him out of the bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Taft was like in the 20s. Is that what he was? Or the teens?
Was he after Teddy Roosevelt briefly before
think he was-
Woodrow Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Teddy Roosevelt was 1909 to 1917, and then Taft was president for, 1909 to 1913 was, Teddy Roosevelt was 1901 to 1909. Taft must have been that until,
09 to 13.
yeah, right, and then, Woodrow
And then
Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah, it was World War One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sick. How many presidents do you know?
Personally,
Yeah.
Clinton,
What's he like?
well, he's a pedophile, I can tell you that.
Really?
I don't know, we didn't spend much time together. I met him at a dinner, and he had a 3-year-old on his penis, attached to his penis.
Just his like he was in.
Well, I was pitching him the idea for the Adam Friedland show. This was 1997.
Really?
And I was like, yeah, so it's like a talk show, but this guy hosts it, and he's like a worm.
Yeah, he's like a worm man.
He's like a worm guy. And
He kind of doesn't have much charm.
And at a certain point, the show just becomes more about, it's just sort of like promises rather than something that actually exists.
Yeah.
And so it can't possibly be anything but amazing because no one can describe it because it doesn't exist.
Right. So if it doesn't exist, it can't be bad.
Basically, what we're seeking in a secular world is like what is the agnostic or entirely atheistic interpretation of faith, and that is the process of announcing projects and collecting money on the internet, or from the state of Israel.
Or from the state of Israel, or the Saudis, or the Chinese.
Yeah, and he said, sounds great, but I'm getting my penis sucked by a baby right now.
And you're like, how long is?
Yeah, I'm like,
How long could that take? I mean, like, I've got time. You know,
it's like that's why you're wearing a hoop skirt.
Yeah.
That's right.
I thought you were a big fan of Little Bo Peep.
I'm plugged into a baby,
Yeah.
like I'm in a Matrix pod.
I have to say something. When I wore that hoop skirt, incredibly comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it would be embarrassing. But it turned out, I found out I had an excellent figure. And just everything in the penis area is just so comfortable.
What I would love is that cloud that little turtle guy has in Mario Kart.
Yeah, it'd be so cool. And with a little fishing thing.
Yeah, I can just follow fat women around the city going,
Yeah.
blowing my whistle. No.
No, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. You'd have a little stoplight. You'd have a little stoplight.
Right.
On red, yeah.
Just being incredibly cruel, but in an autistic way. But in a way reminiscent of Mario Kart.
Yeah. I found this girl on Instagram the other day who has a joke account. It's awful. Her jokes are terrible, but it's become incredibly popular because she just gets harassed by millions of people every post. And some of the posts are unbelievably funny. Some of the replies are like unbelievably funny.
It's a joke.
But it's become like a meme. Yeah, no, it's like she does puns and stuff, but it's become like a meme to say like hate from Australia or sending hate from Canada. Have you seen this before on the internet?
Sending hate from Canada.
Yeah.
To this girl.
People are so mean to this girl. I'll just wait. I gotta show you some.
Man, the internet really is a great place.
It's gotten mean again.
It's always been mean.
It's gotten really
It was
mean.
never nice.
It's gotten really mean.
The internet was never nice.
There's this this fat lesbian that shows up on my
Rosie
Instagram
O'Donnell?
reels. No, she's worse.
Yeah.
She's worse.
I get a lot of Rosie O'Donnell suggestions.
She wears this purple suit and she looks like
Hey,
Grimace.
it's me, Grimace. It's me, Rosie O'Grimace.
Yeah, like look at these comments. Yeah, queef under my eyelids. My chest is ready, ma'am. Like it's just I guess it's become like this girl's posts are like this. They're like she's like so nice. Yeah, she'll like post stuff like that. And then just hundreds of thousands of men.
Every day I'm shoveling.
Yeah, every day I'm shoveling. Queef under my eyelids. Man, my chest is ready. It's just guys saying that they want her to poop on them. Yeah. I'm not, yeah, I edged this so funny, cute fart in my mouth.
Who is she, like a Jehovah's Witness or a Mormon?
She's some sort of Mormon girl, yeah. And then just
Yeah, you can tell Mormon here.
and it's primarily black guys that are doing it.
Yeah.
It's just
Mormons do jokes that are like they're so like they've gone through the censorship process so much that it takes them a decade to come out.
it doesn't
It's like that's you're so every day I'm shoveling.
yeah.
A song that came out 15 years.
Every day I'm hustling.
A song nobody remembers from 15 years ago.
Are you from Mississippi because you're the only miss who's piss I sippy?
So it sounds like people aren't being mean. They want to fuck this woman.
No, they just keep, but it's always like about her, about piss or shit. Yeah. And then people say, please molest me. Yeah, it's really good. This girl, wise words from Neve. Her posts suck. Like,
Timex and Rolex.
oh my God.
My dogs are named Timex and Rolex. They're my watchdogs.
Yeah, and then the top comment is molest me. It's just men saying that they want her to poop, pee, or rape them.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I like to think that perhaps we had a little bit of influence on these. My chest is ready is really just had me. I was like crying, laughing on the way here when I read
So
that.
initially you pitched this as people like being mean to this girl, but it seems like she's just being she's being sexually harassed all the time.
That's kind of mean, right?
I guess, but it's not.
Not about the joke.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with this.
It's not about how funny the joke is.
Yeah, so you're just presenting, look at this woman being sexually harassed on the internet. Isn't that hilarious?
I just didn't understand that. I guess I'm maybe a little slow on the uptake. I'm a little bit older these days, but this has become like a trend to just and then they have
How
these.
about like a current affairs podcast with two guys with Down syndrome called Slow on the Down Take,
That's pretty good.
Fast on the Down Take, or Fast Times at Slow Mod High.
And they interview like professors, politicians. Yeah,
And Sean Penn playing
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Playing Scooter Spicoli.
Right. He's the coolest. He's the coolest Down syndrome guy in school.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. They go a little something like, hello everybody, welcome to slow times at Fast Mod
Like
High.
music to my ears.
To slow times at Fast Mod High.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
We gotta get Sean Penn on the show sometime. What is he like as a real guy? He's just really into social justice.
I guess, and like, yeah, hanging out with fucking the cartel.
So cool.
Trying on sunglasses with the cartel.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Why can't we become those kind of guys? See, he gets the sellout thing. He gets the deal with the devil. And then he could do the most stupid shit like that ever. Because he's already sold out. We can't even get to that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'd be best friends with, like rappers and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd be like embarrassing you. I'd be like, Drake's having a party this weekend.
But you already do stuff like that. You're like, I heard Drake was going to be at SNL, and then you hang out outside trying to get in.
No, I don't hang out outside. I get in.
No, you hang out, you do your night at the Roxbury. You're out there night at the Roxbury. You're trying to get, you're let's get dirty. You're trying to, won't let me in the club.
Oh, man. When's the last time you've been to like a nightclub?
I think never.
Never.
Yeah.
Well, we went with Eric that one night.
That wasn't a nightclub. That was a hotel.
It was a hotel nightclub, though.
I don't think I actually stepped foot into. I stayed in the hotel lobby.
Did I go inside? We both had backpacks on.
Yeah. You remember stuff like that?
Well, I remember what happened on the train on the way there.
Yeah.
But my friend Eric from college, he was like,
I got to stop wearing a backpack soon.
it's not a good look. It doesn't
old.
look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not an attractive look. But what do? Wear a man messenger bag thing?
I guess just stop pretending like I need shit with me.
You don't really need shit.
Yeah, I'm like, I got to bring my fucking laptop and my...
You have a cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really need to leave the house with almost any of the shit I bring with me. I always have, I got a notebook on me all the time. I'm like, what if I need to take a note?
As if you can't use the Notes app on your phone.
I don't find that. I feel like that's a waste.
I use
The Notes app on my phone is just filled with different measurements and different numbers. There's always numbers in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is the callback number for the customer service department for a screwdriver I bought that broke.
And I will be calling you back,
I'm
sir.
like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be expecting a call back. Here's my case ID number for the customer service complaint for this shampoo dispenser I got on Amazon. For the Chinese shampoo dispenser. Yeah, my case number, yeah, make sure you are ready to write it down, sir. It is WC 281-625 A17 932 17 B 62 34 187 65 C 92.
Okay, we'll call you back.
And your ID number. So if you give the case number, they will want you to know who you are. Your ID number is WC 92 17C 68 32, or you can say your name. You can just tell them your name, and they can look up the case by your name too.
And he hangs up. He's like, oh my God, guys, I just talked to the biggest faggot I've ever spoken to. Mm-hmm. You should have heard this guy. Oh my God. Those guys hate me.
Indian customer service?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you get on the phone and you try to talk with a sense of authority, but people can hear in your voice that you've never never been boss.
No, what it is that I try to relate to someone
You really do look like Yoda.
Shut up. What I do is I try to relate to someone on a human level.
You have his little pussy eyes.
I'm just
Yoda
sleepy.
has,
Dude.
it's like a little.
I'm just tired. I can't stop yawning. Okay. Anyway, no, what I try to do is I try to relate to someone on a human level, which is that's the worst thing possible. So I'll be like at a supermarket, my girlfriend will be like, can you get this ingredient? I won't know what the ingredient is. I'd never heard of that kind of
That
food.
day we went to the corner store by my old apartment and you tried to talk to the fucking guy behind the counter about the bombing happening in Yemen.
No, that wasn't the same story. That was the day that, no.
You're
No,
like,
that
yeah,
was-
Yemen's things are pretty bad over there,
No,
huh?
no, that was in the middle of the night, and I was on drugs. at
No,
the
you
time.
did it multiple times.
No, I learned my lesson. That was the only time I
Actually, no, you know what you didn't? The second night we were there and Matt Christman was drunk and he started talking about Yemen to some black guy that was like trying to check him. Like the black guy thought Matt was saying something racist while he was drunk.
Yeah.
And he's like, they're what? They're like, what? Like, what's going on? You know, or something like that. And then Matt just explained the situation in Yemen. And then this guy's eventually just stopped, like, didn't want to hear facts anymore. So he's like, oh, so you're a smart guy, huh? Very smart guy. And then you started telling the black guy about how Matt was a genius. You were like, he's the smartest guy in the world. That was
I don't think that happened.
that was, yeah, that's what happened that night. But
I'm
you
pretty sure
also-
that didn't happen.
No. In 2016, you started talking to the guy at the corner store about it.
No, it was
And
the
he's
corner
just
store by my
the
old
blank,
apartment.
No. You did it the one by my apartment. And the blank expression from this man, well, you'd like tell him how bad the bombing in Yemen.
No. What happened was we were going to get cigarettes and we were on something, and I asked him. He was the guy that worked the night shift, and he'd worked. And I was like, "You're here like every day." I was like, "How many days did you work last year?" And he said 364. And I said, "Oh, are you like stacking? Like, are you like saving a lot of money?" And he's like, "No, I'm sending most of it back to Yemen." And then I did like oh my God, is everything okay? And he's like, "Yeah, I think everything's like fine." And I was like, "But what about the U.S.-backed Saudi assault on the Houthis that's going on right now?" He's like, I don't really know about that, but I was like, no, but it's really bad because the United States is supporting a genocide.
Well, can you imagine how gay it would be if you were in another country and someone started to apologize to you about Donald Trump and January 6th?
They do that.
Do they?
Yeah. Pretty much every country does that.
They
Like in Europe, they're like, oh my God, like, are you guys all right? They're like, things are crazy.
I'm like, no, fucking Black Lives Matter stole my baby. I had my little baby girl, and then Black Lives Matter took her, and they turned her into a Coach purse.
Anytime I left since Trump took over, they asked if we're okay. They like, hi, sweetie. I've been hi, sweetie.
I guess I've only gone to
I guess in Europe,
areas of the country.
in Europe especially,
Yeah.
they like, hi, sweetie, being like, it's crazy what you guys are going through right now. It's like, you just elected Benito Mussolini's grandson to be like a eternal emperor of your country. I don't understand.
Did they?
No, but they're
It's
all
that lady,
well. There's that lady, but they're all like
the fascist lady.
There's and then the guy in the Netherlands, and then there's like they're all electing fascists right now, but they act like we like it's the worst here because they're obsessed with us.
Yeah.
They're obsessed with us. We're the most popular school. We're kids in school. We were talking about that the other day. Everyone knows our news. We don't know the news of anyone else. We don't care.
We were talking about this?
Yeah. Because we're popular.
When?
I don't know.
When were we talking about this?
Last week?
I don't remember talking about
It
this.
doesn't freaking matter. Yeah. Yeah, no.
Well, if I tell you this, Israel's news is getting pretty popular, and it's not going too well for them. And all you got
How's the trial?
one cool $800 million check. Really, you're just giving our tax dollars back to us.
It's true. It's true. We've paid that much.
Basically.
We've paid pretty much that much in taxes.
No, we do. It's $3.6 billion every year, and you got to figure we're paying. Me and you, we're paying like 25% of that.
We're paying a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big chunk of change.
If Israel just sends the money back to the Adam Friedland show, we can certainly do a better job than that. Who's that Mark guy? They got an Australian guy.
Oh, Mark Regev?
Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah.
That guy sucks. That guy
He
stinks.
probably he fucks it up
Every
time.
single
fumbles
time he
it
tries.
Every time.
Every time he
He
tries.
gets caught out in like gotchas. Like many a time was like, so you deny that any children have died in Gaza? He's like, yeah, no, I disagree with that. He just like lies. And then he sounds like, oh, okay, wow, all right.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no, it's because it's. He's like, let me ask you this. He's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that? Fuck you, maybe.
Yeah, the problem is they also like the argument is that they're like they're settler colonial, but like everyone they get is like
Yeah.
a British guy, an Australia guy, a South
Polish
Africa
guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just get white like guys from other white countries to be their spokespeople because they speak good English. They do a worse job even than the Israeli guys.
Right.
Yeah, at least Netanyahu's like Israeli, but he's
They
like
should put a brown homeless person on the news. Imagine if
he's so sick.
that, like,
If
cause
they just had a black guy.
yeah, like a homeless black guy.
Just selling the war.
Yeah, shit. I live in Israel my whole life. Motherfucker, yeah. I live in Israel my whole life. And then Piers Morgan's like, obviously what Hamas has done is atrocious, but do you think that Israel's gone too far, maybe, in its response? Nah, man, fuck you talking about, fuck
Fuck you talking
you
about,
talking about, Piers?
Piers.
Fuck you talking about, Piers? Well, I stand corrected then. I guess I stand corrected in my
A stunning defense.
analysis. I love you. I love you, Israel.
Do people call him Penis Morgan or no?
Penis Morgan?
No.
No, probably not.
Fuck you talk about penis?
Yeah, fuck you talking about penis.
Did you just call me penis?
But do you condemn what Hamas has done? Do you, sir?
Surely, you must have condemned Moss by now.
There was a terrorist attack in Israel today. Did you see that?
No.
Well, I guess, what is the cutoff for terrorist attack? I feel like ISIS kind of, when ISIS invented, and it's crazy it took so long for ISIS to figure, for, you know, any kind of terrorist to figure it out, is you could just drive your car into shit.
Yeah.
And then it was like that guy in Nice. It was the ISIS guy in Nice. Remember on Bastille Day?
Yeah.
Who he killed like 200 people in the truck. And it was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you don't need to fucking go to the airport and have a plan, you know?
Yeah, you don't even need a bomb.
Yeah, and can you imagine how stupid 9/11 looks in comparison?
You just need a van.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then they started just running over people. But yeah, I guess that they did one of those this morning.
Really?
Yeah, there was a guy who, not even his own car. They get a kitchen knife. He's got a kitchen knife, stabbed a lady, and then took her car and ran over a bunch of people, crashed it, got out, stabbed somebody else. So he took a different car. And ran.
Oh, you got 2 cars out of
I
it?
think he got, 2 or 3 cars out of it.
Wow.
Yeah, so he comboed.
He comboed that
Yeah,
shit.
he did a sick combo.
Where, in Jerusalem or something?
No, in, is it
Renana.
Ranana?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's I have cousins that live there.
Yeah, maybe your cousins died today.
Oh, shit.
Who knows? But
Oh, God.
yeah, no. So now people are calling. Now it's mask off in some of those comment sections.
In the New York Post comment section?
All of them. They're like, nah, we need to kill all of them. Kill every single one of them.
Black Lives Matters has gotten out of control.
They all live in mansions.
They live in mansions.
Every black life has a monster truck made out of solid gold now.
It's ridiculous that Biden gives it to them.
They burned down all the cities.
They burned down the cities. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that when I went home last time, I think because my dad's YouTube algorithm I have seen just like completely for the first time in like since, you know, he's been a lib my entire life. Now he's like watching like you know how they have those debates in the UK at like Oxford and stuff where everyone wears like a tuxedo and stuff and they're all like yeah, so he like watches debates on PC culture and stuff like that, and cancel culture and stuff like that. But I've seen it like really like it's just crazy how it could like work on someone after like he's been alive for what 73 years. But yeah, I think it all came from him watching like the truth about like the bias against Israel videos, and then the videos just started like going and going and going. And now he's like, what's the most popular name in the UK? Can you tell me? And I was like, I'm guessing.
Adolf Hitler.
I'm guessing it's Mohammed.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's Mohammed.
Yeah. No, it's. Well, yes.
I was like, well, it's the most popular name in the world. You know that? And he's like, well, they've taken over towns. Yeah. Yeah, but now they're really concerned about protecting the cultures, protecting the purity of Western culture.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, kind of all culture is lame.
Yeah, it's really bad.
None of them are cool.
No.
Yeah,
But America has a couple cool things.
I don't really think so.
I think, yeah.
I identify more with like space alien kind of culture. I think that's cool.
Yeah, but they have
Prometheus,
But
a bunch of tubes and stuff.
what songs have they done?
I don't know. It is funny though. I watched some of that because South Africa brought this case to the International Court of Justice.
Yeah, it's tearing me apart, guys.
Well, it's very funny. It's like, okay, well, we're gonna seek a justice for what we perceive to be as a genocide, you know, and we're gonna have the case heard in. And then you see the court, and they're dressed up like fucking the bad guy from Pocahontas, and it's like there's a concern. Oh, maybe the court might be biased. Because there's an American as one of the judges. Of course, the whole thing, it's like it looks like Comic-Con for like British culture. It's like, what? Of course you're not going to find justice there.
Yeah.
The whole system is rigged.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
How's the case going though? Have you followed that?
I watched a little bit. I mean.
What's South Africa saying?
South Africa just brought a bunch of quotes from, you know, like politicians in Israel, and then videos from people in the IDF saying like, hey, these are their own words. It's just stuff you see.
And then they got Mark Regev to be like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the Palestinians, they're gay. So that's where I'll stand on it. So fuck you. How about that?
That would be better. That would be more effective of a defense. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, let's be clear. They love saying let's be clear.
They say let's be clear. Yeah.
Let's be clear and do the math.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
It's they're trying to get it from Obama. They're trying to do the let me.
That's what I mean. It's like their fucking messaging is stuck in and I guess I saw something about that. They stopped like putting money into like that Hasbara shit in like 2010, and it's apparent.
Yeah.
And like the way they just communicate. It's
Yeah.
like this is all dated. It's like a faded ad. I've said it before, but
Oh, I got an email from a guy that's in Chabad. That's a big fan of the show.
and he's told you.
And he asked me.
We're doing child sex in the tunnels.
No, he asked me if he could come on and explain what happened in the tunnels.
Absolutely, he can come on.
Okay,
and
cool.
in the tunnel.
We should respond to him.
First of all, I didn't know.
I looked him up. He's a lawyer. He's like
They're not allowed
pretty
to,
successful.
They're not allowed to listen to podcasts.
No. He likes us.
Yeah, but it's shoeing horses.
What do you mean?
That's it.
Like shoe or shoe?
Shoe. Yeah, shoe.
They're not allowed to put horseshoes on?
They don't do technology, right?
No. Chabad
So it's
does.
just the clothes. That's the thing I don't understand.
Chabad does technology.
They're like, well, we just want to dress like fucking weirdos.
Chabad does technology.
But then why don't they do the technology of new clothes?
I know.
You don't need a 3.5 foot wide hat.
Because it depends on like the style of the yeshiva. Like, yeah, it's fashion. It's not like really rules. It has nothing to do with the religion. It's basically their Rebbe basically said this is how fellas need to be dressing. I'll hit this guy back. I'll have him on the show.
He can absolutely come on and explain what's going on in tunnels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could hit him back.
Because he
seems like a nice guy, and it's cool that he likes the show.
The explanation still doesn't make sense to me because it's like what I've seen. That seems like the real answer is like they were trying to
expand it.
No, they wanted to expand it, but also that they were sneaking in there because the guys that were building the tunnels were trying to ban them.
Yeah,
but it's like, I mean, are you sneaking? I don't understand how that's like. That doesn't. That's the way you would sneak in in Super Mario Land. You know what I mean? It doesn't like that.
Yeah, apparently that they was like also like in a very like prison break style. They were like filling their pockets with dirt and then going outside and like emptying their pockets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like they went on the yard and they emptied the pockets of the whatever. But yeah, we should talk to this guy. Mm-hmm. At the very least, just to make a new friend. He seems nice.
Right,
Yeah.
but he has to go off.
He has to pop off.
It'd probably be boring.
It's probably gonna be boring.
It'd probably be boring, yeah.
But I just want to meet one of those guys that likes the show.
I want to put one of those guys.
It's unbelievable that he
Yeah.
would like the show. He's like, I've been a long time fan of the show
Why is that unbelievable?
because of like how much fun we make of like
You
of
can't.
them.
You wouldn't be able to live your life.
You made a joke where you're like, okay, on top of the ground, there's cutting babies' penises and sucking.
I mean, but like you can't. I don't imagine how you could be like a Hasidic guy and be like, yeah, nobody's making fun of us.
Yeah, it's true.
You would kill yourself.
It's true.
I mean, because it's not exclude. There would be no culture you could consume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For those guys to be like, everyone knows.
Oh
we're
yeah, everyone
the
thinks we're
coolest.
awesome. Everybody sees this and they're like, yeah, that looks cool.
I should hit this guy up back.
Yeah.
He seems cool. We'll talk to him. But he's
I
like,
wonder if it was the same guy. When I used to do that Nicole shit, there was a handful of like those guys that would share those articles.
they thought they were funny.
Yeah, I don't know where they came from.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, when that remember that the guy who's now in prison? When he got, because I wrote something that like made fun of. It was in 2014 when there was a kid in Palestine that in the West Bank that was like burned alive, and then
It's not the girl that got bulldozed.
no, that was 2003.
Yeah.
In 2014, I think there was an American citizen that was burned alive by sailors. And like the State Department got mad about it, and like I don't know, I forgot what I even said about it. But there was that guy Ari that would like share stuff, and you know, like he was. But then I wrote that and made fun of Israel, and he like immediately he went like fuck. He went to 11. He was like tagging the Comedy Cellar. He's like, this guy's an anti-Semite. But like tagging comedy clubs.
Yeah.
You know, being like, don't book this guy. He said Israel's bad. But then, yeah, one of those types of guys.
But now he's in jail, that guy?
Oh yeah, he went to jail.
What for?
Like the funniest thing. I guess
No.
he created his own type of like Ring doorbell and was selling it to Orthodox Jews, like Orthodox landlords. He was selling this Ring doorbell thing, and then I guess they didn't like it, or they didn't pay on time, so he like just printed checks in their name and cashed them to the tune of like $250,000.
And now he's in jail.
And he was indicted on check fraud, like mail fraud.
Oh my God.
But he put in like their like a agreement that he was allowed to do that in like their operating agreement or something.
Yeah, that they signed.
So his defense, you know, was kind of like hinged on the idea that it's their fault for not reading the contract. But in the way it was prosecuted too, it was funny. It's like, oh, he withdrew the money on Shabbat when they couldn't even see it happening. So I don't. No, it was wild too because
Was he in comedy or no?
Nah, he's one of those guys. I mean, the guy was just
Some guy.
I mean, he's a guy that like he's just a guy you have to be careful. Even from prison, he'd probably sue you if you said anything inaccurate.
Yeah.
Just to tie you up, just to waste your time.
Yeah, and waste your money.
Yeah. So you have to be careful, you know, what you said. Let's just call him. I can't think of a name that's funny, but he had Dershowitz write a defense for him.
He did.
Yes. And he set up a website for his defense, but he actually had to report to prison because he lost. I mean, I guess he has an appeal coming up, but he had to report to prison the day after October 7th. and so he got a couple of tweets out right after October 7th.
He fired out a couple.
Guess what his take is?
Kill them all.
No, it's so much better than that.
What is it?
Again, don't go anti-Semitic. Don't don't just think of this guy as like a stereotype.
Uh-huh.
Think about this guy as,
A scammer?
yeah, and what his, knowing him, think about what his take would be on October 7th.
That what we need to like use Gaza for tech.
No, even better.
Investment?
Even better than that.
What?
It's like, well, you send one Jew to prison on bullshit, what do you think's going to happen? You send a message to the world that Jews don't matter. He said
Made about himself.
he said October 7th happened because the world wouldn't stand up. I mean, it's like that's how people can sometimes like
That
you
guy
can be so
rules.
much of a piece of shit you transcend and you're like, oh,
This guy's awesome.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
exactly.
this guy's awesome.
It's like what on your way to prison, being like, fucking told you so. You treat me that way. How do you think the world?
We gotta get his ass out, dude.
Yeah.
We gotta get his ass out. All right, we have a big week here, man. Big week. Are you looking forward to
You
it?
always do this.
What?
You gaslight the audience. You be like, phew, well, we got to get the podcast over with because we got a lot of work to do. And then the work is like,
We do.
no,
do
you
that.
go to S&P and you get a sandwich, and then I clean around here, and then we go home.
No. We have more than that. This week.
If you've been working, where'd you get that hat?
This?
Yeah.
I think it was in my apartment.
No, you went somewhere and got that.
No.
No.
It should tie here, though.
That's something you got from, you went on a gay little vacation over the weekend.
I didn't get it.
You and your girlfriend went somewhere probably.
I went to IKEA this weekend.
You didn't get that hat at IKEA.
I did not. No. Her brother got it for her when he went to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the story. Where do you think it's
What
from?
a shitty gift.
It's a bad gift.
Honestly, what is that is one of the shittiest looking hats I've ever seen in my life.
You don't like it?
No, that's fucking, yeah, that's terrible.
Why? I think it's pretty good.
No.
I think it's a pretty good hat.
No, look, I mean, if you told me that was made in 1412.
Yeah. By like a page. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. A guy working in a stable.
Yeah.
This looks like what a shit shoveler in 1412 would be wearing. So yeah, comment go in the comments, tell us what you think of this hat. I was cold. It's cold outside. Look at what we're wearing right now. We're in the middle of a fucking cold blast.
Yeah, it's 25 degrees out. No snow.
No snow. So
You know
it's
what's crazy?
worse.
And a lot of people don't know this. This is not going to be a science podcast. I should start, I felt good about myself getting the word out about the that healthcare bill.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start every show with a little bit of information.
Okay, let's hear it.
This can be educational.
Okay, let's hear it.
A lot of people don't know this, but you know how the winter, the solstice, December 21st, or
Correct.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
that is the shortest day of the year. But that is not the day with the necessarily the earliest sunset nor the latest sunrise.
It's not.
No.
When is that?
The earliest sunset happens a couple of weeks prior, and the latest sunrise happens a couple of weeks later. Because I woke up this morning, and you know me, I get up at 6 a.m. every day.
It's dark.
It's dark, but then I notice, I go out and I buy cat food at the corner, and then I come home, and usually I'll catch the sunrise, and it gets later and later throughout the winter, but it's been getting later since the solstice. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? The latest sunrise is actually January 4th, 7:20 a.m. Today it's 7:18.
Really?
Yeah. But on the solstice, it's about where it is now. But it gets later in the day.
Oh, but it is the shortest day of the year.
The shortest day of the year is the solstice. It's
Okay.
9 hours and 15 minutes long in New York.
Sucks. It's depressing.
And now we're up to 9 hours and 19 minutes.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So maybe we can have Neil deGrasse Tyson back on to explain that.
Yeah. Maybe your coward ass can come back on and tell us about how that works. You freaking idiot.
What an awesome career. You're basically an elementary school science teacher, but you don't have to interact with the kids.
Yeah, you make like Snapple fun facts,
Yeah.
basically for adults.
And he makes $800 million a year.
Yeah, he has a house in the Hamptons. My friend did a what do you call it? What's it called?
Science fair
Not gardening. What's it called? Landscaping. Yeah, out there.
for Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, he said he has the fucking biggest house ever. He said he's so rich.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my friend was like doing landscaping for a summer out there.
But I don't understand, like, what, I guess his books probably.
Books, I guess.
I
Yeah.
gotta write a goddamn book. That's the thing. Before the bottom falls out with this, I gotta get a book out and see if I can get people. I gotta write a popular book.
What do you have to tell people about?
Maybe a children's book. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Goodnight Moon.
Yeah.
Except it's called Goodnight Israel, and it's gonna be holding a gun on the cover, and it's for kids.
That's why I'm surprised that guy likes the show.
Good night.
Good night, Israel. Maybe we could ask him about that.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about this? Could we sell this in the
Uh-huh.
the underground tunnels?
Yeah, good night, Israel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he'd be open to that, at least
Yeah.
discussing it.
Well, I tell you, the number one and number two source is anti-Semitism. Number one, Mark Regev.
That guy.
Yeah, he's causing all of it. Number two, the school buses in Williamsburg.
They don't know how to drive. And
Well,
they did
don't
hit my car.
They don't need them.
They don't need them.
They don't need the buses.
Sometimes there's like three.
The children are going 3 blocks away to learn nothing.
No, sometimes it's adults in there.
Yeah, the driver.
No, they use it. Like adults are getting rides.
To go where?
I don't know. I've seen those school buses filled with adults.
They don't. I don't understand why they have the bus.
I don't know. I don't know.
You'll get stuck behind them sometimes, and they'll like block all the traffic and pick
They'll
a
go
kid up.
diagonal.
And then they just turn immediately. They go a block away and then do the same thing again. Let the same kid off.
There's something up with them.
I think they're just
we
trying to
hate
test.
them.
They're trying to test people's patience.
Uh-huh.
They're like they're honestly kind of, it's like a community that acts like an old Chinese kung fu master.
Uh-huh.
That like, you can have dinner once you learn patience.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're just being fucking.
They're doing wax on,
They're
wax
being
off.
the turtle from Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. They're doing wax on, wax off.
Mm.
You're like, what does this have to do with Kung Fu? And then we will learn the ultimate lesson of Kung Fu eventually.
Yeah. Damn, I love Kung Fu Panda.
I gotta see it.
I kind of want to. I can't remember the last time I actually got really high, but I will forever associate. I think watching Kung Fu Panda and Fry's Electronics was like the last time I enjoyed
Being high on weed.
when I was 20 years old. And then after that, it just was never kind of the same.
Really?
It just didn't. It doesn't like work.
I don't think I ever enjoyed it.
I guess you know
I
what?
think it made me feel terrible.
Maybe I didn't enjoy it. Maybe I just knew that you were supposed to use it to make other things that you already enjoyed better.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like really what you experience with weed is kind of the end of your childhood.
Right.
You know, when you're playing like Grand Theft Auto Vice City and you're high as shit, you're like, man, this is awesome. But it's also, you're 15 years old
Right.
and you're playing video games.
Yeah, it's not the marijuana.
When you're 32, yeah, right. And you're like, why doesn't weed make me feel good anymore? It's like, because your life is half over.
Yeah, your life sucks.
Your life is half over, and the second half is going to go even faster, and you're going to forget.
It's going to fly by.
You're going to forget all of the stuff from the first part.
Yes.
And you're just going to be trapped in this quickly moving prison. And then suddenly you're 82 years old, and you're the president of the United States, and people are throwing bloodied baby dolls at your motorcade. And you're like, what the hell is going on? They're like, sir, you're a party to a genocide in the Middle East. And you're like, I thought it was the 70s, man. I thought we were in the damn 70s. Y'all remember, the next Biden speech, he should do State of the Union and just do Sinbad's material. That would be, if he wants to win, look, that's the other thing. Biden campaign, give me $100 million. I will show you, I will guarantee you I can get him elected without writing a single, we will steal it all from Sinbad.
Yeah. Easy.
And if he says a goddamn, when Sinbad's even opens his mouth for a second, we call him an anti-Semite.
Oh my God. Don't even try. Don't even test us, Sinbad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do those speeches for Biden.
Yeah.
Talking about what it was like in the 70s.
Remember that? You can get hit by a car, just get right back up.
Yeah, it's true, in the 70s.
Remember that?
That is true.
Yeah. In the 70s, you could take a piss. Now you urinate.
Yeah, it's true.
I think that's actually a Steve Harvey bit.
Is it?
When you were a young man, you took a piss. You just took a piss. You remember that? And now it's urine now. Now you urinate. I don't know, but it's hilarious.
That's very funny.
I wish I could just watch Steve Harvey.
Cat Williams is.
I don't want to do.
Did you watch the Cat Williams podcast interview?
No,
On
I
the
just saw that clip.
Which
who?
one?
With Shane?
With Shannon Sharp.
Oh, I just saw the clip where he says that Joe Rogan only has on guys that have never been funny.
Yeah. 5 of those guys that have never been funny.
Yeah.
But he also he takes shots at literally everyone in Black Hollywood. Mm-hmm. But he goes hard at Cedric the Entertainer and Steve.
Why? For not including him on Kings of Comedy?
Apparently,
wasn't he after that though?
He was he was around in the late 90s, but yeah, he wasn't big yet. No, it was about joke theft, and then Steve basically he doesn't consider them to be real comedians, and he thinks that Steve was handed 87 different television shows by the Illuminati because he's made deals with them, and every time a black man makes a deal with the Illuminati, they're handed a ugly light-skinned wife and $200 million. Which, folks, I will take that.
Why wouldn't you do that?
I will take that.
Yeah, it's like...
He said Ludacris and him were up for the same $200 million Illuminati deal.
What, to be in the Fast and the Furious?
To be in the Fast and the Furious movies. And they chose Ludacris and gave him the ugly light-skinned wife and the $200 million.
So why didn't he, is he mad that like the deal hasn't been offered to him?
I think that he's mad that people, it's one of those like that people could even be on his level. He's like, I've come out with 27 comedy specials. These people don't have an hour.
27 comedy specials?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
He's like, these people don't have an hour. I work my ass off. I don't do any promotion. I sell out stadiums.
Yeah.
He's like, these people aren't comedians. Like
but that's the thing is you got to know the amount of money he's making. If he's selling out fucking Cat Williams, Cat Millions has made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes, he's rich.
Yeah,
he's incredibly rich. Yeah.
I remember, like, I didn't even honestly. It's crazy. It's like sort of embarrassing to admit, but I didn't know you were supposed to wipe your ass. No, I didn't know how much money you could make in doing stand up until 2 years ago.
Yes.
Like I literally.
I was like,
you're so. I mean, because
I'm like Joe Rogan's going out there. He's making like $1,000.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You spent. I mean, I quit doing stand up partially because it's like the old podcast blew up, and I could go do like a door deal at like Lincoln Lodge. Lincoln Lodge is one of the first places, or that place in Boston where those guys are like, come up and do stand up.
Laughs.
And I'd basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd spent 10 years as like a feature, just learning how to like do like, well, hey, who's been to fucking Olive Garden?
Yeah.
You know. And like it had already become like I'd just been a feature. There was no path forward with stand up.
Yeah, and you were making $500 a week.
You make nothing.
Yeah.
You lose money on the travel. And then like, I would do those one-nighters and then you'd get the pay and it's like, you do a one-nighter, you sell 300 tickets, you get like $2,000. You're like, oh, damn, that's like actually pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, well, a full weekend at a club. And the first club that offered me was the Old Cap City. And they offered me $1,000, no flight, no accommodation, for a weekend of shows. And it's like, so $300 more than I would get at the feature.
Right.
With nothing covered. And then you do the math on it, and it's like, all right, so it's a 300 capacity club. You're charging $20 to $30 a ticket. So you're making roughly...
And then a 2-drink minimum also.
2-drink minimum. So you're probably bringing in $100,000 to $150,000 over the weekend. And my percentage of that is 1%. I mean, it's fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I don't know. I mean, I guess that has changed a little bit in the clubs. But...
yeah, I think
But yeah, with the theaters and the fucking stadiums, like, the amount of money you can make is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, Cat Williams has to have $100 million. Mm-hmm. He has to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's that he was offended that like these people can talk shit about him. Apparently,
Who talks shit about him?
I guess like people
I've never-
say he's on crack.
But he
and
was
stuff.
on crack.
No, he says he's never done drugs.
Wasn't he arrested for like possession?
I thought he was arrested for crack.
Well, the only controversy I've actually seen is the one where he got into he picked a fight with like
A child. He got
child got
beat up like a kid.
But yeah, by an 11.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is like, but it was the funniest part about that video is like, it was a schoolyard fight.
Yeah.
So he was like prior to that.
No, it was like it was at like a random apartment complex.
It looked like it was behind the school.
It looked like
prior to that video they had already been playing make believe. That he was like, I'm the captain of the pirate ship, and the other kid was like, no, I am. And then they came to blows after it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought he had a possession.
I listened to the whole 3 hours of this interview, and it's pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about how he left home at 13 because he got in a fist fight with his father. He was like, and he left, and how he taught himself how to read at 2. It's pretty convincing,
Mm-hmm.
I have to say. He's like, I just looked at the words, and the words made sense to me, And then he's great. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've literally never heard anyone talk shit about his comedy, with the exception of shitty hipster comedians.
Yes,
Who
it
are
was
now
for a while.
like anti-racist, like.
Those guys for a while were all shitting on Dane Cook and him. It was cool.
Yeah,
it was cool to shit on Dane Cook.
Everybody shit on Dane Cook.
Yeah.
And this is before your time.
I thought Dane Cook was funny.
This is
it was maybe before
This
my
is before
time.
your time.
Yeah.
So 2005, 2006, everybody would shit on him.
Really?
Everybody, yeah. Comics hated him. Because they're like, no, he's not doing comedy the right way.
But he's funny. I thought he was pretty funny.
I mean, he's harmless is what he is.
Yeah.
It's like the joke theft accusations aren't really there, I don't think.
They said that, Louis said he stole from him, I think.
That's the other thing, too, is when you're a new comic, you're like all bent out of shape over joke theft.
That's a big deal.
Like new comics don't understand that regardless, basically everything you're doing at an open mic is jokes people have done before.
Right.
Like it's like
there's like 12 jokes.
Yeah, and maybe I don't know about new scenes now, but like 20 years ago, scenes are small and insular, and yeah, it's like almost all of the jokes have been written.
Right.
And especially now with social media, it's like there's not really a point to stand-up comedy anymore.
I don't understand.
It really is only if you have a funny personality and style.
Yeah.
Then it's worth doing. But like, if you're just a joke, just put it on the internet, or likely whatever you come up with, someone else has already done anyways.
Right.
If
you're making money, I guess you should do it.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do anything. I was saying the other night, like, I would actually prefer it if I could go on stage in Columbus, middle of next month. If I could go on stage, I might even pitch it to the audience. So I can either do 45 minutes of stand-up, or when we'll do an audience vote, I will shit on a plate and take a bite. I will literally
One bite.
I will literally eat shit. I get to
Swallow
spit it. No, I can spit it out backstage, but I will put my own shit in my mouth and eat shit in front of everybody. If that means then I immediately walk off stage, show's over, nobody complains, nobody gets their money back.
No refunds.
And it's like, I think about it, and it's not a joke. I would literally do that as a job.
Just one bite of poo and then
Just
spit
one
it.
bite, and then you go immediately go green room.
For the money.
Same money, same
No
people-
meet and greet.
no meet and greet.
I would do it. I would do
Right?
it. Yeah. You don't have to talk to anyone.
You don't have to talk to anybody. You just eat the shit and go back to your hotel room.
You just see what's on TV.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Or you go out to dinner. There's Listerine in the green room.
You think Listerine does the trick?
You would
You get kind of sick.
First of all, even if it doesn't do the trick, I mean, I definitely want Listerine at least.
You have to.
Yeah.
No, I think you can get like hepatitis C
From your own shit.
from feces.
How does that work?
I don't know.
I don't think your own shit can give you diseases.
I think you can. If it's yours, it's like kind of like how if it's your own fart, it doesn't smell that bad.
No, it's just I don't understand
Someone's own fart smells
how I
terrible.
could make something that could kill me.
This is waste.
Yeah, it's like can the scorpion sting itself?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it's like that. Mm-hmm. I think you probably can't eat poo. I think it's probably unhealthy.
Let's put it this way: even if it does kill me, still taking that deal.
Well, should we just look up, like, can you just take a bite of poo and
I think
spit
you
it
can.
out?
I mean, look at Tom Pearl. That guy, he just fucking drinks his own diarrhea and he's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. how do
You know
they
what?
do
You know
that?
what? Hold on. I have looked into this. If it's your own shit, you're fine.
If it's your own shit.
If it's your own shit, it might make you nauseous, but if it's your own feces, because everybody's microbiome.
Yeah.
Now, if you ate someone else's shit, because it might be like a.
Yeah, if like someone is like food handling and they have like a feces.
What if we found out that the fountain of youth is it's just eating shit? Like finding the right person's shit to eat, but that everyone in the universe has like a perfect match.
Yeah.
Do you think like society would just it would collapse?
Like if I'm going to Africa to meet
Well,
my
we would
match.
be ruled by like a class of immortal shit-eating people. There would just be like a group of people that like, I have no problem eating shit and I'm 3,000 years old. And then everybody else would be like, yeah, I'd rather just fucking
You're
die.
nasty.
I'd rather die than eat this Chinese guy's shit.
You fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to go to Mexico and meet my pair.
Yeah, and then you would genuinely have a soulmate, basically.
Yeah.
And instead of reproducing, you could just eat each other's shit and live forever. What if, dude? What if that's where like now all
That's
of this,
pretty good.
'cause it starts with fetishes.
Because then you know,
In
yeah.
50 years, there's going to be a study. They're like, why don't shit-eating domestic partnerships, why do these people seem to live so long? They're living like, 120 years. What is this bizarre connection notice between the shit-eating kink gay community
And longevity.
and longevity?
They live in blue zones.
Yeah. They're like, what is it? There's a certain type of people that live in Chelsea
Yeah.
and San Francisco that live to be 200 years old. What
This is David.
Yeah.
He's 320
He's
years
300
old.
years old. Him and his boyfriend Michael have been living together since 1987. And there's something they're doing.
We're eating shit.
And it's you know what it is that the progressive nature of humanity itself led to first you destigmatize every type of sexual
Pathology, yeah.
not even pathology, yeah.
Proclivity, yeah.
Proclivity. And then that leads to the erotic shit eating. And then the erotic shit eating leads to the salvation of humanity.
Yeah. That is the ultimate conclusion.
Is that not faith?
I think so.
Is that not the agnostic or atheistic faith we've been looking for from the outset?
I think so, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then what? Everyone just lives forever?
If you're willing to eat shit.
Yeah, but then like what does that do to like our resources? Our ever depleting resources. It doesn't mean flying
our
cars.
resources actually aren't depleting.
They're not?
No. You'd reach homeostasis with the planet at some point.
Uh-huh.
There'd be a certain amount of food that can be eaten and grown, and eventually the people that require more food would just starve out and die.
Yeah.
I mean.
But that's not anytime soon.
Well, no, there would be a natural equilibrium that would be reached. Some people would starve to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they'd be getting their poo-poo at least. They'd be eating that.
But if they're eating their poo-poo, would they not even need food? I mean, you need food for the poo-poo.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, we don't have food, we don't have poo-poo, there's a complete blockade. There's a complete siege.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, or maybe it starts in Gaza.
Yeah.
Maybe if that's where we find out that because of the blockade, they start eating each other's shit.
Uh-huh. They live forever.
And then it saves them.
It saves them.
And then it's like, and then Jesus comes down and he's like, what did I tell you?
What I say.
I told you.
What I say.
If we support this largely secular identitarian state in the genocide that they're committing, that I'd come back and I'd show you guys how to reach the promised land, which is a shit-eating utopia.
The messianic age. Yeah.
And then in all the mega churches, they're like, so pull down your pants, my brothers and sisters, and shit in thy mouth, two one to each other's mouth.
And the Lord your God, he said.
And we'll praise Jesus. Let's take a nice, fat, steamy shit.
And may your mouth be like a toilet.
And live forever. Live forever.
I think that's kind of a very hopeful note to end on, I think, for today's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 700 Club.
The 700
The
Club.
amount of turds that Pat
700 turds.
the amount of turds Pat Robertson ate to live that long. It's so funny, too, because it's like people will point at like a guy like Pat Robertson, I mean, Christians will point at him and say, oh, he lived so long because he's a Christian and he had faith. And it's like, no, but you live that long because God doesn't want you in heaven. They're like, yeah, don't bring... he technically followed all of the rules, so we have to let him in, but we don't want that guy.
Well, they would say that God wanted him. He had more work to do.
More work to do.
Yeah, you know, to spread the word of the Lord. That's why he lasted.
Spread the turd of the Lord.
Spread the turd of the Lord.
Like, oh, actually, yeah, it's like a national treasure.
Yeah.
They mistranslated it. It's not the word of God, it's the turd of God.
Yeah.
So the conquistadors were actually in search of a giant toilet filled with shit. That said that the microbiome of the shit could make you live forever.
So in Columbus, Ohio, the audience can vote. Do you want to see Nick eat his poo-poo or do 45 minutes of stand-up comedy that
It's about shit eating.
that is about shit eating?
I'm gonna try and do that. I'm gonna try to write an hour about just eating shit and start calling it a one-man show.
Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Right.
5 stars.
It's called Eating Shit.
Yeah.
And it's about eating shit.
And you actually do eat shit.
They have the option.
They
They can
have an
vote at the beginning.
The poster is just your face covered in turds.
I can either eat the shit or I can do an hour about eating shit and bomb.
Yeah. Which is a nice double entendre.
And then Russell Crowe will play me in a movie.
Yeah. It'll show up 800 pounds.
All right, I did it. I somehow ate enough shit to gain 400 pounds.
Actually, Nick Mullen wasn't obese. Oh, all right, folks.
Okay.
That's another premium episode of the Adam Friedland Show Premium Podcast, folks. We'll be right back on Wednesday. I'm exhausted, dude. I need another coffee. I'm dying today.
Woo.